All right, guys, here's the top 3 reasons you're failing at your sobriety. Number 1, you can't let go of resentment and anger. This is one of the biggest things when people get sober is their resentment and anger towards their past and the things that they did. Guys, when you get sober, you need to make a list. And on that list, you got to write down things that bother you, things that you did wrong, things that you need to fix. And when you're done writing down that list, you need to go down that list and cross out everything that you can't change. That would include everything that includes a secondary person. Let's say you got to mend relationships with your family, or you got to mend relationships with your kids, or an old work, or you got court cases pending. Whatever it is that includes secondary people, cross that off the list, because you cannot fix that right now. You need to focus on what you can fix right now. You can focus on your mental health, your physical health. You can choose to eat a healthy meal. You can choose to work out. Focus on what you can and stop worrying about what you can't. If you fix yourself and you work on the things that you can, everything else is going to come together in the end. Number 2, you have underlying issues that are coupled with your addiction, anxiety, depression. These things are going to be running rampant when you come off of drugs or alcohol. It's something that you're going to have to deal with. I dealt with them myself. I was on Prozac. I was on tons of different SSRIs, but at the time I was on Prozac. I had been on benzos for the majority of my life for anxiety attacks. And when I got out of jail, I was off of all of them. And my anxiety was through the roof. I was depressed. And I found exercise. And it may not be a fix-all for everybody, but this could pretty much fix almost all of your problems. When I would get an anxiety attack, I would go run. For those first couple days, I would leave my house and I would just take off running. And that would help me calm my anxiety. It would give me something to focus on besides the panic attack that was about to come. I was focusing on my physical health. I was losing weight. I was building muscle. I was completing something that was giving me a sense of pride. And that helped with my depression. When you take these steps throughout the day and you're working towards a better you get a sense of pride that overcomes a lot of your problems. If you can just focus on the small things and completing those tasks and winning, it's going to help you out immensely. Meaning, when you wake up in the morning, you make your bed. That's your first completed task for the day. That's a W. That sets a tone for your entire day to keep rolling. And in sobriety, you have to keep rolling with those W's day after day and improving yourself as a person. And those will add up to a bigger picture later on, I can promise you. It's one of those things where I like to tell people where put your head down, lace your boots up, and get to work. And one day, you're going to lift your head up and you're going to see this life that you've created that you never thought was possible. Number 3, you're not taking it seriously. You think you got it under control. That one gets me almost every single time of my relapses came from, I got it under control. I don't need to do anything. Guys, staying sober costs rent. And rent is literally due every fucking day. I could say that for a fact. You need to have a plan together on how you're going to improve yourself. Stop worrying about mending all your relationships and all the problems that you have, and focus on how can I build my best self, physically and mentally. And you're going to set tasks for the day on how you're going to do that. You're going to wake up in the morning. Me personally, I'll wake up in the morning and I'll write down my goals. What are my goals? What are my long-term goals? And I'll speak them to myself out loud. After that, I'll eat a healthy meal. After that, I'll go to the gym and work out. And after working out, I start feeling better. Every day I don't want to eat healthy every day. And I don't want to go to the gym every day. I don't want to wake up early. Guys, I like it because it makes me feel good, but every day that I wake up is a struggle. I don't want to do this stuff. You know, there are some days I wake up and I'm excited about it, but I have to force myself to do these things so I can feel better when they're done. There has never been a time that I have ended a day where I had ate healthy, exercised, worked on my mental health, that I didn't feel great going to bed. Maybe it started out rough. Maybe it was a hard day for me. But guys, I want this for you. I know it's going to be tough to begin with. Going to the gym, eating healthy, doing all this stuff. It's not an easy thing to do, but you have to force yourself to do it every day, and it will get easier. And you cannot go at this half-ass. Going at this half-ass and just coasting along because you think everything's okay and you're not improving yourself. You're not making yourself stronger. You're in a good spot because you feel good. But what happens when things go wrong? When things go wrong, you need to be mentally prepared for that. You need to be mentally prepared to weather the storm because they're going to fucking come. And if you're not mentally strong, you're going to crumble.